everyone. I am here for a single mommy vlog or vlog, however you want to say it. But I want to talk about my meal prepping. So I have had a lot of people when I say, I meal prep on Sundays and I cook, and they're like, I wish I had time to do that. And I'm like, I really had to find a rhythm, and I had to read blogs. I had to look at YouTube to see how I can maneuver our life. And as a single mom, it's kind of like you want to make your life easier during the week, because during the week that is the most kind of like chaos time, because you have work, you have school, you have meetings, you have this, you have that, and you have to get to bed at a certain time every weeknight. And I said I do not want to cook any longer on weeknights, and so I found my rhythm, which is on Sundays, and I'm just giving you pointers and tips on how to start a budget meal plan. And these tips and tricks I have maneuvered through and I found helpful for me. One is to make a list of your meals. Make a list of your meals that you normally cook for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So normally I'm like, okay, normally I have bagels. I can have bagels for breakfast. I can have not French toast, English muffins. I put cheese on it. Things like that. Toast, avocado toast I make normally for breakfast. Egg sandwiches I make. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches I make. Things like that. What you make, muffins, things that you make for yourself as well as your children. So sometimes we eat stuff that our children don't eat for breakfast. Like I eat egg sandwiches, but my daughter doesn't. So I made a list of what I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and what my daughter eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now our dinners are the same, our lunches are not. For our breakfasts, they are different too. Sometimes they're the same, but she likes muffins, the frozen waffles, frozen French toast sticks. I don't eat the frozen waffles, French toast sticks. I may eat muffins, but normally when she goes to, I make her breakfast first. She goes to school and I come back and make mine before I go to work or start work, because I work from home. So make a list of all of that and just put it down, and then also price list your dinners, lunches, and breakfast. So when I say write down your things that you normally cook, this is my list, and it's probably more, but this is like maybe 4 to 6 weeks worth of dinners. These are my breakfasts. These are my sides. These are Dallas's breakfasts. These are my lunches. And so I put that into the side of it is how much it's going to cost. And what I do is normally my big cost meals, like tacos for instance, I budgeted around $10.50, would go with a lighter lunch. Let's say a chicken jambalaya that's $5 instead of $10 as well. And then get some low-cost sides like canned green beans, or maybe like frozen broccoli or peas. Have that at $2. My bagels would be $2, $3 with the cream cheese. So I kind of budgeted that way to where you have your, like a big cost dinner would go with a low cost lunch and breakfast, or a big cost lunch would go with a low cost dinner or a low cost breakfast. So that's kind of how I budget and keep it around $50 a week. And so like $100 for every 2 weeks. 2 is grocery shop. I normally grocery shop on Fridays for that next week. And so what I've actually found is that I can grocery shop for 2 weeks in advance and get all of the ingredients, and the things that rot first, I would make my first week. So I would buy avocados, but avocados go quick. So I would make the dishes that I make avocados with, I would make it for the first week or the first few days. And then also when you grocery shop, make sure that you kind of coincide dishes that have the same ingredients on the same on those 2 weeks or on that week. You can have dishes that may have ground beef or may have the marinara sauce as an ingredient. So that has helped me kind of keep the cost down, as well as kind of budget for my 2 weeks. And so when I sit down on my admin day, I budget for 2 weeks in advance. So I like, okay, this is what we're going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in 2 weeks. And I have this handy dandy meal planner sheet that I will share with you. And that makes your life easier too. Third step is to write and schedule, which is what you actually made on this list. So on this list, you will have your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and even schedule your takeout days. Fridays are normally my pizza days and Chipotle days here, and I will write that on to make sure that I don't forget that, hey, I didn't schedule anything, we're going to eat out. And also, I had to learn, include your weekends. Include your weekends on your list. Even if you normally weekends you're out and about and you got games, you got meetings and stuff, just say, I am going out to eat, I'm going to pick up Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or whatever. Make sure that you write in your weekend so you won't forget what you have. Or you may say, oh, before I go out at 11 o'clock, I'm going to eat my lunch, and I have these turkey croissants in here, and I'm going to eat it before I go out or before we go out, so we won't have to stop and eat. Make sure that you write those down because it helps you budget and it helps you meal plan. I think I'm on number 5. Choose your meal prep day. Choose the day that you're actually going to set aside time and cook these meals. So my day is after church on Sundays. I come home and I cook, and I schedule everything around that time. So when we come home from church, we normally have lunch, and then I start to cook, and I plan in my head for about 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna be down here in this kitchen, so I pop on a movie or a series. My daughter, she goes and plays and does whatever, watches her show. She of course, interrupts me, but for the most part, she's on her time and I'm on my time. And I say that, I said, when we're on Sundays, we relax and we be in our own corners. So schedule your day that you are going to meal prep. Some people do it on Saturday so they can rest on Sunday. So you, if you want to schedule your Saturday nights from 5 to 8 or whenever, 5 to 10, that is your time. You have your beverage of choice, your movie of choice, and you schedule your kitchen time to be sure that you cook everything that is on your list for that week. I don't cook for 2 weeks. I cook for week. Sunday is my day that I cook for the week. Multitasking and cooking. So don't cook one dish at a time. Make sure that you got all your sides boiling at the same time. If you have to get extra pots and pans, make sure that all of those sides are boiling at the same time. The things that can go in the oven at the same time, make sure that you do that. You got your oven going, you got your pots going, you got your air fryer going sometimes, at the same time, so you can condense your time, because cooking dishes one at a time is going to be a long time in the kitchen, and we don't have time to be in the kitchen for that long. Make sure that you have tons of Tupperware. I cannot stress it enough. Different sizes. So green beans can go in like a small thing. Your casseroles can go in the big Tupperware things. Your thing of chicken, your pot roast, your whatever can go in the big things. Make sure that you have different size Tupperwares for your different size sides and different size and entrees. I don't put a meal in one Tupperware. So I don't put like in one Tupperware the chicken, rice, and greens. I don't do that. Some people do that. I don't do that. I find that, I just cook everything, put everything in one dish. So my green beans go in one Tupperware. My meat, like if I cook chicken and then maybe a casserole, the chicken goes in one thing, the casserole, and then during the week I get what I need out and I warm it in the oven. So that works for me. That's what I found that works for me. I cannot buy individual Tupperwares. That may be simpler, but for me, I can just warm it up during the week and then put it on a plate for us. And then last step is to enjoy that you do not have to cook Monday through Saturday. Enjoy that you can, like I said in the previous step, you can scoop your pieces of chicken out for your dish. Get your Tupperware with your green beans and get your Tupperware with your rice. And to be honest, I have these little foil things that I put it in and I warm it up and then I put it on our plates and we eat it. And how I kind of manage my week is that breakfast is normally the same thing, lunch is the same thing for me and my daughter, and then dinners are different. So on Sundays and Tuesdays I have the same thing. On Mondays and Wednesdays or Mondays and Thursdays is the same thing. And then on that random day, either on Wednesday or Thursday, we normally do quesadillas. And so normally I schedule quesadillas on that day every week because that's simple, that's easy, that I can actually kind of do in 5 minutes and then give to her. I normally probably don't eat that day, or have something light or something that I have left over. And then, like I said, Fridays is normally my takeout pizza Chipotle day. Saturdays I am actually starting to make things Friday nights. So during our movie time or time to myself, I would make something Friday for the weekend. Or we have the pizza left over from Friday into the weekend because it does last the entire weekend. And thank God for air fryers because it helps it stay crisp and taste like you just got it that Friday night. So that is my rendition of budgeting, also beginning meal prep. And that has helped me and my family of one, so it's me and her, kind of navigate through the week in which I don't have to cook. So I hope this helps.